Who we got with us today?
My name is Jelani Reese. I'm from East St. Louis.
Give us a little bit of your background, man.
So I am one of 6 kids. Currently, I'm going to college at Purdue University Northwest for civil engineering, and I'm minoring in environmental science. It's been, for me at least, it's been like my life for real. It's been a lot of moving around. Then, like in my younger age, it's been like a lot of moving around and stuff like that. But I adapted to it. So, yeah.
What are some schools you went to growing up?
So my first school, I went to Vivian Adams. Then a lot of y'all know what Vivian Adams is. Then I went to Officer Elementary, then A.M. Jackson's, both locations. And then all the way up until my 5th grade year, I had moved to a suburb outside of Chicago called Aurora. I went to this school called White Eagle Elementary. It kind of taught me a lot because a kid coming from like the hood, because like East St. Louis is really the hood, and going into like a different area, it kind of changed me. Like I couldn't really act like how I was acting when I was in East St. Louis, because where I was at, it wasn't too many black people. So I mean, I couldn't relate a lot or anything, but I just had to adapt. And I'm kind of thankful for that, because it kind of changed me as a person. And then after 5th grade, I still stayed up in Chicago for 2 years. I went to this middle school called Steele Middle School. Then my 7th grade year, I moved back not to East St. Louis, but to Shiloh, Illinois. Then I went to this school called Joseph Arthur Middle School, and then I graduated from O'Fallon Township High School, and then now I'm currently in college at Purdue University Northwest.
What kind of GPA you had throughout your scholastic career?
My GPA, I never went below a 3.0, but the highest I ever had was a 3.7.
What do you attribute to your drive scholastic-wise and staying in your studies? How important is that to you?
Very.
Who instilled that in you?
My parents, realistically, my parents and all of my siblings. My parents and all my siblings, they really, kept me on that train like, hey, you got potential, use it. You got a gift, use it. So that was really my drive, and the main one was really my grandmother. That's who really, she saw a lot in me. So I would really say my main was my grandmother, is who strived me to get where I'm at now.
What did your granny teach you growing up?
A lot of things, how respect, like how to be respectful, honesty, some things academically. What else? The list can go on, but that's to name a few. But she really wanted the best for me, and now that she's gone, I still want to make her happy. So I'm doing everything to make her happy. So I think she'll be proud of me and where I'm at in life right now.
Household you came from, mom and dad in the household?
Both parents were in the household, yes. They've both been married for 17 years.
What did they teach you growing up?
The same things my grandmother taught me, but a lot more. Like they more so like was like questioning me on like, what do you want out of life? Like, what do you want to be in life? How are you going to get there? And they supported me ever since then. Like, they support me in my decisions, because at first, I didn't want to go to college. I did not want to go to college. But I also had a plan. If I didn't go to college, I was going to go to trade school. So, like, everything that I thought of what I wanted to do, they will 100% support me, and I'm very thankful for that. Like there was never no time where they was like, man, nah, you don't need to be doing this and nothing like that, because it is my life. But they've always respected my decision and what I wanted to do. So yeah, that's
coming from East St. Louis, growing up in East St. Louis throughout your lifetime. How were you able to avoid the pitfalls, the gangs, the drugs, the violence, the tomfoolery, everything that is designed to derail a black person? How were you able to avoid all of those obstacles?
Honestly, my older brothers, they definitely they didn't want me to fall into stuff like that, and part of myself too. I didn't like, I just want to be myself. Like, there's nothing wrong with being yourself. So they played a crucial role in a part of me and my parents too, because I'm like, how would my parents feel about me going out and doing such and such? So how disappointed would they would be? So like me, I don't want to be looked upon as a disappointment. Like, especially if I know I have a gift, I don't want to waste that. So if I had to act a certain way to hang around you or be around you, I knew from a very young age that I shouldn't be around you, because why can't you just accept me for who I am? So that's what really like kind of kept me away from the game. And then too, like, to me, a lot of that stuff is pointless. Like, what do you, like, realistically speaking, where do you see yourself in like 10 years if you keep doing stuff like that? Like, how are you gonna get successful off of being in the game? I mean, there's people who have done it. I mean, yeah, but it's very niche. Like, how many people, you know, has really gotten success off of stuff like that? I mean, it's not too many people. So yeah, that's kind of what kept me away from games. And then too, like, I was always in sports, so that was another thing too. Sports definitely played a huge role in that, because like throughout my lifetime I played sports like football, baseball, basketball, bowling, sports that like you don't really even see like black kids doing. Like bowling, you don't really see like black kids doing bowling, but it's fun. Like it was a hobby of mine that I saw that was fun. So I just kept myself like in a space where I'm always busy. So that's what kind of like I didn't go down that path. That's what kind of kept me away from that path.
So you weren't a follower?
No, I can't be no follower. Like, especially if you don't got no good leader either. Like, how you gonna be a follower but your leader not good? Your leader only leading you to like a continuous cycle that's been happening for years and years. So yeah, that's definitely, yeah.
What jobs have you had?
So as of right now, I've had jobs at this place called Sky Zone. That's another thing that kept me out of that, was working. Yeah. So Sky Zone. Then I also had this internship with this group called Academic Develop Institute. And basically what I would do there, I would meet with like the city council at the I would meet downtown at the city office with like council members and stuff like that. We would like plan community outreach events. Then not only that, we would work with the youth. So we would we would have this thing called Freedom School. Y'all probably know what that is. So we had this program called Freedom School. What we would do, we would work with the younger kids from like 5th grade and up. Then we would like take them on field trips. We would tell them like things like, what do they want to be in life? Even though it's a young age for them, they probably don't know what they want to do, but we at least get them started on thinking, okay, what do you want to be when you grow up? Then I also so Sky Zone, ADI. Then that's it. Those are the 2 jobs that I've had so far. But it's plenty more on the way, especially when I get back to school. Like when I get back to school, I'm gonna be in the Black Student Union. It's kind of like a job. We don't get paid for it. It's more so volunteering. But it helps you. It'll help me meet new people. Even though I didn't do it my first year, but I went to like a lot of the Black Student Union events. This year, the president reached out to the president of the Black Student Union. You know, she really enjoyed like how I was being involved in stuff during the events, and I wasn't even a part of the group yet. She reached out to me. She wanted me to be like actually involved as a member of the Black Student Union, and I took up on that offer. So that's another thing I have going for myself, and I really look forward to it.
Tell us about college, man. How were you scared going into college, or like tell us about that process, man?
College, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna say I wasn't scared. I was more so like excited. Like I was scared, but I was excited at the same time. And then like this was like my first year really being on my own. Like no limitations, no curfew, none of that. But what really did it when I got there, I was disciplined. You know, I'm at school for a reason. So I had a set schedule. I was talking to my cousins and stuff like that, and he's a civil engineer as well. He got me like on a plan to where, hey, if you do this such and such so every week. So like we had this rule: however many credit hours you have for your first semester, you multiply that by 3. However many hours that is, that's how many hours you should be studying for your classes or doing class work for the week. No more than that, nothing less than that. And then on the weekends, if you completed like all your hours of you studying, you just got the whole weekend to yourself. Now, that's what I did. It may not work for you, but it's a good system to have. And that allowed me to go to a whole bunch of events. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I went to a whole bunch of parties and stuff like that my first year. My parents couldn't really criticize me because I kept my grades up. So it's like, how you gonna tell me I can't do this and this and that? But them grades, they there. And like now I can't afford to go below a 3.0 GPA because I have a partial academic scholarship. So it's like, I have to get this done first before I'm able to go do this. But college is definitely fun. Like you meet a bunch of new people. You gonna meet some people with like the same motives as you. You get around people that want to get to where you want to get as well. So college is definitely is quite the experience, especially like if you like being involved and you like being around a whole bunch of people. Is definitely a good experience for you. And I highly encourage kids, like teenagers for real, to if you don't want to go to college, don't go. If you know school ain't for you, don't go. But at least have something that you want to do. Like trade school is not as bad. You can go, like I know they got like positions where you can go for like 6 months, get your certificate, and then you can start working your real job. But college, I would say this: college is it's a different experience. You gonna be exposed to a whole bunch of new things, and some of it is good, some of it is bad. But you're gonna have to learn how to stay away from the bad than the good. So yeah, it's fun.
What is your take on how people are afraid to leave where they come from because they don't want to leave their friends behind, and so they have dumbed themselves down just to fit in with the friends and stay with the friends instead of moving forward like they really want to do? What would your advice be on people who might be on the fence with that?
Okay, your real friends gonna want you to go and experience new things. That's the first thing. That's what I'm gonna say first and foremost. Your real friends are gonna accept you going off to be something different. And if you have separate, and this can go for parents, go towards parents. Like if you scared of leaving your parents and stuff like that, eventually it's going to happen. You're going to I don't know how what type of household people grow up in, but eventually you're going to have to move out and start living on your own. So that part right there is no excuse. If you worried about parents, there's no excuse, because eventually you're going to have to move out. But as far as friends, like I said, your real friends gonna respect you in your decision of going off and being something better. And then if you can encourage them to go off and do something better. It doesn't always have to be okay, you leaving. You can encourage them to leave and be something better. Don't be afraid of leaving home, because me, after I graduate, I'm not coming back. I know I'm not coming back. I already told my parents, I was like, look, listen, after I get done, I'm moving to Dallas, Texas. If something happened along the way where I got to stay for 1 year, that's cool. But after that little 1 year up, I'm gone. So, just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to going off and experience new things and starting your life. Because after high school, it's really the start of your actual life. When you get out to college, that's when life be life, and life really gonna hit you. It's gonna hit you. So don't be afraid. It's okay to have concerns and stuff like that. You don't know what can happen. First you may be hesitant to go, but once you go, you probably don't even want to come back. So just don't be afraid. Just be open to the option of leaving. Don't have people stuck on you.
What about them friends who say you're not keeping it real because you left and you ain't real no more, and you ain't down for the hood, and you ain't holding down, and you gotta keep it real, dog? What about them, man? We gonna leave them behind?
Going off and leaving and changing is keeping it real. Going off and leaving for yourself to do something differently, that's keeping it real. Well, home is gonna be home. Home is gonna be home. Home ain't gonna change. At least not mentally. Home is not gonna change mentally, for real. Home is always gonna be home. Like, if you had friends talking about something like, yeah, man, you leaving the hood, this and that, why you ain't gonna stay?
You selling out.
Man, yeah, that ain't selling out. That's called doing for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't, like, it's cool to, like, worry about other people and stuff like that and be focused on other people, but you always got to put yourself in a situation. Okay, I ain't gonna say how it's gonna benefit me all the time, but like, you got to start your life at some point. You don't want to be like me personally, I don't want to be leeching off other people and stuff like that. That's just, no, that ain't something I want to do. And I'm quite sure, especially if you a boy, you about to be turning into a man. You don't want to be a man leeching off other people. That's not what being a man is. So it really just takes like character development and growth. Like, hey, this is what you want. Forget what they talking about. If they can't support you in your decisions and stuff like that, them weren't your real friends to begin with.
So I thought being in the hood was cool, and you with the cool kids, and you know we gonna be cool. And like, what happened to the cool kids, man, when y'all graduated, or if they even graduated?
What happened to the cool kids? Now, I ain't gonna say names, but like, you know, it's a couple of people I know, they be hustling and stuff like that. But I mean, that's cool. You gotta make your ends meet and stuff like that. That's fine, bro. That's your business. That's your business. But just know, like, when we was in school and stuff like that, you obviously was doing some type of good to be passing and going into the next grade and stuff like that. Why waste that? You know what I'm saying?
Give yourself a chance.
Yeah, give yourself a chance. And like I said earlier, if you didn't want to go to college, cool. At least have something else that you want to do. Like, I mean, I'm not a heavy advocate on it, but like, you could have like enlist in like the little military and stuff like that. They have paid for like if you want to, like, if you decide to change your mind to go off to school, they have paid for it. You know what I'm saying? You don't even got to be like in a combative position. Like, you don't have to be on the front lines and nothing like that. You could go to the military for telecommunications. You go to the military for being an engineer, fixing planes, helicopters, cars and stuff like that. You go to the military for that. You go to the military to be a spy or something. Like, if you want to be spying and stuff like that, you could do that, man. Like, literally just have a plan, dude. Just have a plan. Like, don't.
What is life without a plan, in your opinion?
Life without a plan, you losing yourself. Life without a plan, you gonna lose yourself. Then you gonna get to thinking like, dang, I really just wasted an opportunity of a lifetime that I may not ever get again. Then after you get to dwelling on that, you gonna feel like depressed is a state. You gonna feel depressed and stuff like that. But you don't got nobody to blame. In this given situation, you don't have nobody to blame but yourself. You're the one that dug this grave. Now you gotta lay in it. How you gonna get out of it? So, yeah, that's my answer to that.
And I know it's still a relatively young life, early life that you're leading, but if you can flip back the pages of time in your life, knowing what you know today, and go back and talk to a young Mr. Jelani, what would you tell him?
Hold on, I gotta think. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Cause like, I'm not gonna lie, at one point I could have been in way better classes than I was now. But I'm there. I'm here now. So it don't matter now. But like, I should have like really like got involved into like STEM projects and stuff like that. Because I'm really creative. Like, I could think about like a lot of things. Like, I've been in some STEM projects, yeah, but that was like during high school, towards the middle, towards like the end of middle school, and all throughout high school. Yeah, I just wish that like at a younger age, like, I wish I would have like took that opportunity to like participate in those type of events and stuff, because had I done that, I probably wouldn't have to pay. I probably have a full ride scholarship, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have to, like, come out of pocket for school and stuff like that. So, like, that's one thing I kind of wish I can go back and change, is, like, definitely doing a lot more projects and stuff as a kid. Because, believe it or not, companies and stuff look at that at a very young age, and they recognize that. So, I would, if that was one thing I wish could go back and change, it would definitely be that.
Hey man, we about coming to a close, but I want to tell you how proud we are of you. You represent the city well. Your progress, your intellect, your vision. Hey man, you are a very unique individual. You're a very unique young man, and I want to tell you to keep doing what you're doing. You're making a lot of people proud. You setting a hell of an example, man, for other young people to watch, pay attention to. They don't have to follow. You do what you want to do, but hey man, the example that you're setting is one that we're proud of. And to sit and talk to you and to listen to your ideas, to listen to the things that you're sharing, man, is like mind-blowing. I want to tell you that, hey man, keep doing what you're doing. Stay focused, stay positive, and keep being that light. Keep shining your light everywhere. We need more of you, man. We need more light. We trapped in darkness. We need to be led out with the light, and man, you one of those lights. And in closing, if there's anything you want to say advice-wise to the young people that you want to get off your chest, anything you want to say that you haven't said, now's the time to say it in closing, man.
All right. I want to say thank you for that, too. Like, I really appreciate that. I want to make a lot of people proud. And then, too, like, one of my main goals is, like, eventually, like, when I'm all settled and stuff like that, I want to come back and give little kids, teenagers, the same opportunity that I had, you know? Like, I want to start something here eventually, whether it ain't gonna be within like the next 5-10 years. I tell you that right now. It ain't gonna be within like the next 5 to 10 years. But like, when I'm finally settled and I got my things in order, I want to come back and start something here to give those same kids the same opportunity that I had. I want them to go off and like do good for themselves. That's what I want to do too. Another thing I would suggest for this generation too, get right with God. Get right with God for real, because when I first moved on my own, when I first went off to college and stuff like that, it was some nights where I had to read that Bible for real. And like, ain't nothing wrong with it. Don't let nobody tell you, and that's another thing too, don't let nobody tell you that reading the Bible and being smart is corny and all of that. Them gonna be the same people you see up and down these streets. If somebody telling you, you know, is all right, that boy a lame. Ain't nothing wrong with being no lame. It's just that we not finna be out here, you know, doing dumb stuff that y'all out here doing. You feel me? Like, cause eventually, whenever you have kids and stuff like that, why would you want to keep living the life that you living now? Like, especially like if you in the gang, ain't nothing like. Look, listen, if that's you, that's you. But think about your kids in the process. Because I know there's some people out here that got kids and they be out here in them gangs and stuff like that. How would your kid feel about that? Especially like they're at an age like they 5 years old or something, right? How would you think they would feel? Police come to the door, be like, "Hey, your dad just got shot. He in critical condition. He may not make it." How would you think your kids feel? You think you would want your kids to grow up without a father figure? You gotta be there for them. So it's like, you gotta change. You gotta change, because if you don't, who knows? Because your past gonna catch up with you eventually. That's another thing too. Like, all the stuff you did in your past and stuff like that, people just don't forgive that easily. It takes a person to forgive. Lord, I'm like, man, it takes a person to forgive, because if they not a forgiving person, or they don't change either, your fate may be sealed. So it ain't like for people that's in the age between 15 and 20, if you out here messing up and stuff, it's something. It may be too late for some of y'all, but it's not too late for some of y'all. So go ahead, do what you gotta do, and just correct yourself. See, find something in yourself that people don't really see in you, and you don't really see in you. If you don't really see it in yourself, work on it. Work on yourself. You know, because don't say you can't ever do anything. Like, you can always do something. So just find that within yourself and just build on it. That's what I would suggest a lot of people to do, because yeah, I'm tired. Like, well, one thing I am tired of, even though it's me, like, I don't want to see like a person that had potential throw it away. Like, dude, it, like, literally, I've been to school with some people that had so much potential. Like, I'll give you this one example. It's around SAT time, right? It's this dude that's complete, like, he don't care about school, none of that. The highest you could get on the SAT is a 1600. This man scored a 1300 on the SAT. He don't even be going to class and stuff like that. Dude got a gift, but he throwing it to waste. So I'm just saying, when you got a gift, don't waste it. Use it, because God gonna punish you if you don't. So that'll be my advice to y'all, man.
You have any social media?
I do.
Where people can reach out to you if they want to say something to you, interact with you, man. You can shout them out.
So my Instagram is 618.Lani, LANII. That's my Instagram. If y'all have any questions, like, y'all can ask me any questions. This is a safe space. I won't judge you, none of that. If y'all want to add me on there, cool, have a little conversation, that's all right with me. But, like, just know, like, if you feel comfortable enough, and sharing information with me and stuff like that, I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. Like, I'm gonna tell you things that you don't want to hear. Like, that's just me as a person. Like, even if you like one of my closest friends, I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you both. I'm gonna tell you what you want to hear and what you don't want to hear. Because at the end of the day, you have to know everything. You got to know the whole thing. So, especially like if you tell me you coming to me with your problems and stuff like that, okay, I'm gonna hear you out, but I'm also correct you where you failed yourself. I'm not just gonna, like, okay, yes, this person fault and this and that. I'm gonna tell you where you went wrong too. I'm gonna definitely tell you that. But I mean, I would rather do that than to just straight lie to your face. Like, if you got a friend that's straight lying to you, sometimes it's gonna be okay. Sometimes it's not. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be that person that's gonna tell you, like, if you going through like a little situation and stuff like that, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, it's alright, man. I'm gonna be like, nah, it ain't okay. You feel me? So, like, I just want people to understand, like, you gonna go through some times where you just thinking, dwelling on your thoughts and stuff like that. But I also want to be there. I want to be that person that's there to get you up out of there. You feel me? Especially, like, if you have something going for yourself, but you feel lost as a person, I'll help you. You know what I'm saying? I already told y'all my Instagram. So if y'all got any questions, just reach out to me, man. I can help. I may be able to help you. But like I said before, I'm not going to hold back. So it's just up to you. Do you want to get some type of help or no help at all? You know what I'm saying? I know I'm 19 years old. I may not be like the wisest person or anything like that, but I'm wise for my age, because you don't see me out here doing stuff like the rest of my age group is doing. Like, I'm a calm soul. So it's like, if you definitely, like, if you want to talk about things, just let me know, man. It don't hurt to talk. It don't. Cause talking can fix a lot of things, bro. Talking can fix a lot of your problems, especially like sometimes you don't even know, like, for y'all watching this video, some of y'all probably don't even know who I am, so ain't nothing wrong with letting somebody in on certain things, because I'm not no crucial. I'm not like I could be a crucial person in your life, but at the same time, when you just meet me, I'm just a stranger at the end of the day. So yeah, just y'all comfortable enough, holler at me, man. It don't hurt to talk, man.
Hey, man, we appreciate you sitting down with us. We appreciate being able to listen to you talk and to listen to your ideas and to listen to you share your life with us. We appreciate your positivity.
Thank you.
We appreciate your progress. We appreciate you making your moves and doing what it is that needs to be done to be a beacon of light for your family and for everybody around you, man. We just want to thank you for being a positive influence on a lot of people who have yet to even meet you, but who may see this and be like, hey, man, wait a minute, you know, maybe it is another way. Maybe you can be that force that'll drive them to the light side instead of the dark side, man. And we appreciate you. We salute you. It was an honor and a privilege. And thank you very much for sharing with us, man.
Nope.
And till the next time, we wish you the best. And there will be a next time.
Yeah, I'm like, I may be a little regular occurrence on here. Yeah. Just let me know. I'm like, man, I will be glad. I will be glad to do that. For real.
Man, it's an honor and a privilege and a pleasure. And we thank you and we wish you all the best, man. Thank you.
Thank you.